Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, I am doing another 2024 election prediction. There is a rising star in the Republican Party, in Vivek Ramaswamy, and I believe I'm pronouncing that right. He's very much an underdog in this race, very much like Trump was in 2016. I'm obviously not saying he's going to win the 2024 nomination for president in the Republicans, or even has a chance to, but he's gone from about polling at 1% to third place in the Republican primary. And that is very impressive. When you think about the other candidates that are out there, you have Mike Pence, you have Nikki Haley, you have Tim Scott, you have Chris Christie. Ramaswamy is above all of them, only below Ron DeSantis and, of course, former President Donald Trump. And it does so show a significant shift in the Republican Party's mindset with regard to populism. When you see these businessmen who are talking, about the I don't even know what you call the common man, and whatnot, with Trump and Ramaswamy up there, and of course Ron DeSantis, who tries to emulate Trump in many ways, as number two. So you do see a massive shift in the Republican primary, excuse me, as to how this used to be. It used to be much more establishment candidates, I guess you could say, became the nominee. As Ron DeSantis calls them, Chamber of Commerce Republicans. And they were Chambers of Commerce Republicans. You had Mitt Romney, you had John McCain, George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, and that's what you had. And then you can look back and you can see how that really played out with different candidates. When you compare Ronald Reagan to, I don't know, George Bush or something like that, what was the deciding factor? Because I would say Ronald Reagan was more like Trump, and Bush is obviously more like McCain or somebody like that. So anyway, without getting too deep into this discussion about different candidates historically for the Republican Party, let's get into our election prediction. I want to make this short and sweet. So let's start off with safe Biden states. I'm obviously not going to go deep into the margins. Obviously, as I always say in every video, Oregon is a much smaller margin victory than California, but they're all just safe states at the end of the day. Uh, no Republican really has a chance at winning them. So I believe that takes us to 153. I hope I'm not leaving anything out. I'm also going to put Colorado in there. Um, and yeah. Oh, forgot about New York. I'm going to put New York, of course, in there. So that brings Joe Biden to 191 electoral votes. I'll leave New Mexico out just because it has been wavering a little bit. I do know it had a massive shift to the left recently over the last few years. George Bush actually won it in 2004, but um, New Mexico did actually have a bit of a dip, I believe, from 2016 to 2020 by about 0.5%. So I'll wait for the likely category to characterize that. Anyway, safe Republican states are the usual. Alaska as well. I'm not going deep into the margins. Um, but yeah. And I'm going to make Iowa a safe Republican state, as well as Ohio at this point in time a safe Republican state, just because of the fact that, you know, changes the demographics. Same reason Colorado is a safe Democrat state. Likely Democrat states, that's Virginia, even though Glenn Youngkin has been trying to effectuate some sort of change over there, hasn't really made much of a difference on the national election level. Maine at large and New Hampshire are both going to be likely Biden states, bringing him to 215 electoral votes, as well as the state of Minnesota. I'm going to put that as a likely Biden state. I do think he'll end up winning that by more than 5 points. Back in 2020, he actually won it by over 7 points. So I'm going to just go off of the fact that, due to the massive unpopularity of Hillary Clinton, was for the reason that she only won by 1.5 points in 2016. It could dip below 5, but right now I'll just give it to him in a likely margin to Joe Biden. Likely Republican states. I think Ramaswamy will win Texas by a likely Republican margin. Florida, of course. Maine's 2nd congressional district. And actually, I'm going to leave North Carolina out. And that'll be all for the likely Republican states. Heading into lean Biden states, we're going to give him the state of Michigan by a lean margin. I want to give him the state of Georgia by a lean margin, as well as Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. Then we're going to head over to the lean Republican states. We're going to give the state of Nevada as a lean Republican, lean Ramaswamy state. North Carolina as a lean Ramaswamy state. Going with the Rust Belt, changing over time, the demographics in the Rust Belt changing. A lot of people moving, as I said, African Americans leaving the Rust Belt to go to states like Georgia and Texas, which is why Texas is becoming more, I guess purple, you could say. Although, it possibly could be a lean state in 2024 if Ramaswamy is the nominee. You think about an Indian American running as a Republican in Texas, how many people will actually turn out? But I'll leave it as likely for now. Anyway, I'm going to make Wisconsin a lean Ramaswamy state. Heading into the tilt margins. So there are two states remaining. There's Arizona and Pennsylvania. And I'm actually going to give Vivek Ramaswamy both states as tilting to him, giving him the presidency. I do see him narrowly defeating Joe Biden in the 2024 election. I do think he's a young face. He's very articulate. It's good. It would be good for the Republican Party to put forward, somebody possibly, of a different heritage, Indian American, to really drive out more support and expand the base that way. And of course, he does have that populist appeal across the country, even though America right now is incredibly, incredibly divided. We've never seen elections this close in a very long time, besides, of course, and I'm talking about way back. Um, but this is what it is right now, 281 to 257. Ramaswamy elected president of the United States. But yeah, this is my election prediction as of August 1st, 2023. But of course, a lot can change since then. Who even knows who will be the Republican nominee right now? It's very much looking like Donald Trump, but a lot can happen in 9 months. So, anyway, this is my election prediction. Please let me know in the comments below your thoughts on my election prediction. What would you keep the same? What would you change? Would you have Biden beating Ramaswamy, um, over this? So, anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, get us to 700 subscribers, and stay tuned for more videos. Have a great day.